AYV Television.
The Salon Association for Journalists, SLAJ, concerned about this coronavirus, we don't spread Bokusai na the world. So we want all man for fala, then 2-3 things there, wash your hand with soap and water, all 10. If you cough or sneeze, do one inside your elbow. Avoid for the church, your mouth, your nose, and your eye. Let we left for the shakan. If you cough, sneeze, and choke, I for call 117 or go to hospital. So we call on all journalists for spread the correct information and let we follow all here we are on talk about.
Hello and welcome to the final edition of your program TRUEtok about Corona. This is a special program where the European Union EU been battle the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists SLAJ for bringing come to you from different television and radio stations all about the country. Me and you presenter, her name Fabian Swill. So this program don't they come to you 2 times per week. If you remember, every Wednesday 2 o'clock Santem and every Saturday like so 12 o'clock Santem. Well, today the program they come to an end. But inside the program today, of course, inside previous episodes, we don't look at fake news and misinformation, but the corona sick way. People like in the pass to other people and make like say now the correct information, but na lie. So inside today's own program, where today don't be the last edition, we social media researchers and experts them go reflect on how for deal with fake news, misinformation and disinformation about COVID-19. We for talk about this program today and this topic. I get with me Dr. Hindolo Tonia Musa, with a social media expert, and I also get Alusain Remy Wilson, with a multimedia journalist. Onakushe and welcome to the program today.
Yeah, Kushe, Fabian, thank you for getting me here.
Yeah, Phoebe, cool, and humble and on the unforeseen on a good day.
All right. So just before we can begin this conversation, fine one, we will get a short message from different people in our society. We can tell we about the dangers them of misinformation and fake news about COVID-19 na social media. Yourself with the watch or listen can take part in the program. All you need for do now for send with text message to 080-044-851. The number again is 080-044-851. You can also get we live na different social media platform them like the EU na Salon, the Facebook page, SLBC Facebook page, AYV, SLAJ and IRN Facebook page them. Well, let me take this message from people them on the dangers of fake news and misinformation but corona sick.
Fumble them. Fake news is bad. Nobody not for change the news for make it look bad to other people them. Especially during this corona period, I don't see fake news kill person. Me a journalist, I don't practice 35 years. Nobody no ever care me go court. I don't edit our newspaper for 22 years. Nobody no ever care we go court. Me na a trusted source. I know they shape fake news or misinformation. Fake news, not in my name.
There are lots of fake things all over the world, but the most dangerous one of them all is fake news and misinformation. Fake news and misinformation has a tendency to divide a whole nation. Fake news can spread fear and kill faster. At a time like this, where we're experiencing the deadly coronavirus in Sierra Leone, we all need to play our part as citizens to stop the spread of fake news and misinformation. I am a reliable source. I don't spread fake news or misinformation. You too can be that. Let us all say no to fake news and misinformation in Sierra Leone today.
All right. Welcome back. Well, as I've been telling you just now, we come talk about disinformation and fake news about the corona sick. Women say na talking away popular about corona sick, but same way so not at all. So today, again, as I've been telling you, now the last edition of the program, and I get with social media researcher, Remy, and social media expert, Dr. Musa, with me in the studio. And we are, as we do all this, members say, corona not done yet, is still there. So member for the wear you face mask, member for the wash you hand, and member for the observe physical distancing. You see me and me guest then at the studio, I they stretch me hand, I know they touch on pandemic. Okay, so now let we get this conversation inside the program. I get Remy and I get Dr. Musa. So I will start with Remy. Remy, what do you understand about misinformation and fake news as a social media researcher?
Well, misinformation is just a component of fake news. Misinformation, malinformation, they are all na baby them where fake news give back to. Precisely, when you talk about misinformation, this is not information where somebody they share with the intent for to achieve a particular goal, where knocking too distance from that of propaganda, for also try for achieve some other selfish gain them. Precisely, most people can share misinformation because of who side and get them from. For example, Phoebe and Remy close because Phoebe knows say Remy na impadi. When Phoebe sends something to Remy, even though it's not correct, Phoebe not go cross check him again. Sorry, Remy not go cross check him again, but go on for shame and try for make it go far past society. Phoebe and self we don't make it up. So misinformation na the few things around where we can feel say not true, we not to precisely. Again, it can be say not true, but we can turn and for let it not be true. For example, if Phoebe use this phone and say this phone na black but it get gray color, I can look at the phone again and say Phoebe say this phone get gray and black color, but it also get pink color. Actually, when you watch, na just a black phone. So precisely, this is now misinformation, Phoebe.
Okay, so you in your own capacity, how you can able for verify information we find on social media? Basically, how you able to identify whose news or information fake and whose one correct? Well,
I can always tell people, say, for able to identify fake news, it can start with social intelligence. Social intelligence get for do with the cannabis miam where they be somebody in brain for able to ensure, say, a look at a particular information and trace how these things are like. Precisely, if somebody share information with you, for able to identify, you start first with the source. Who side this news come out? Waiting this news they bought. Then you also try for read this news. Then if you get doubts, param, try for verify sources them where they mention inside the various paragraphs the way they somebody will talk for the top na cotton tree. Ask first, who that talker? Why we for go na cotton tree? Where till they go do? So there are some of the features the way somebody can use for easily able to detect fake news. Again, you get for look at the content we carry. Waiting really this particular information where I don't get to, they really try for preachers. Precisely, if you look at some months ago inside March, you defend not say one online media where now URC TV being published while you say Salon be don't get coronavirus. And we've been seeing that the same way other African nations them be don't they suffer from this sick. But Salon be don't they put measures in place where tap we for let the sick not be not enter. So you see when the news come out, the person where they in charge of that particular online website there, it shape and go far. And people in Sena Salon been safe shape and far because Bokuman be take and say coronavirus sick can affect the politics. When the coronavirus can they say Salon get coronavirus, Boku development way for come not go happen. Where some man can glad about. So fake news precisely na something way you go able identify SAFUL from them kind of bacteria I don't mention. And for let you tap, you say for let you not be misinformed. Always, if you ensure say you watch the news, you check Amusa Ekomo, and you look what they bought.
You just talk about some man go look take him and share him because he look and say it gets impact on a political opponent. So this takes me for no. What's in the reason the way things say make people in Sidom and draft fake news and begin share them, and also then people in way some man they say I know send a fake news, but instead they continue for share them. Why you think say people in can behave so?
Like I say, you fake news always get an intent. When somebody they share fake news, they share them for able character, for also able achieve some other selfish gains them we knocking there for general good. So if you look at how it can happen, plenty of people believe say if I share this, it will help to hurt this person. And when you hurt this person, are they satisfied because this person now somebody means to they compete? Let me say it can also come on to other people where they are most media house. Yeah, when a particular media house do small error, then you want to take them, make political gains, make gains over them. Precisely, if you look at some time ago, when the U.S. government been support Salon with some military equipment, and we then say, now for help the soldier man, they let them better themselves for able to fight the coronavirus. And they be happy and say, AYB na be one pan the media house where been published one pan them photo there where them be get from the ministry according to within one online publisher say now so I will not really talk, and then be also publish and it be go fine. This particular consignment will become for letting help the COVID-19 fight. It not come for let them can fight terrorism, but because the very weak way then come, people then say we see them be don't talk say in government they tap for able curb terrorism. So when the consignment then come, other people then make news out of and say now the consignment they don't come for can't fight terrorism in the country. So like I say, now some of them few things here can come up where other people can at least share around, feel say when I do this, it will give me more advantage. And you also know say there is competition, very unhealthy competition in the media, and also other people can want viewers. So one simple easy way can make them the shape fake news all over.
And I will come to Dr. Musa very quickly, but before I come to Dr. Musa, as a professional in your field, whose channel, whose platform you think say now the most prone to whose one that news can use more when I need use forget people in?
All about you all. We all know say right now we connected in a social community. When we talk about social community, we get for begin the thing about the various platforms that we can use for get amusements, the various platforms that we can use for communicate, and also use for learn. Some of them platforms here get for do with Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Tango, LinkedIn, and you sabi them all, Phoebe. So precisely, we think it happen now that for we na Salon, we primary platform we say people can shape fake news na Facebook and WhatsApp, because you dey find out say Facebook it takes you 5 minutes if you not sabi safe for use phone better. It take you 5 minutes for let you learn how for even post. And again, WhatsApp na the most common platform na Salon. You watch pikin we not even 18 years itself get WhatsApp, and you dey find out say from various research them way together. Ages of 26 to 36, then they shape fake news na WhatsApp and Facebook 5 times past somebody we don't pass the age of 60. But quite recently, before the SLAJ and EU, they put hands together for let them fight coronavirus, for let them tap the fake news the way they go around. People they within Salon been done they pollute the various platforms that I don't mention, when are Facebook and WhatsApp. For other countries, Twitter get the highest number of platform where they receive fake news. But we in Salon, like I say, Phoebe, WhatsApp and Facebook, now the dangerous platform them where people can use for shape fake news, and also use them for also pass other hate speeches and also misinformation.
All right, plenty thank you, Naim. Continue for the with me now the program. Now I will come over to Dr. Musa, where now we lead expert. And to you now, Dr. Musa, yourself go on for way again, because I remember when we start this program, the very first edition, you've been there at the studio, you give away a long, teaching and lecture about fake news, misinformation, disinformation, all them terms then they. So today, as we round up again the entire program, give me a refresher, all them terms here, waiting they mean.
Yes, Fabian, where COVID came as disease in the world, one of the key challenges where this disease being get now information. Because the information be so boku that we get the correct one, we get the wrong one. And that be making, in fact, at some point, that early stage, WHO together with UNESCO, then coined a word called infodemic alongside the pandemic, which means inside that infodemic, one of the key words then na been fake news. Another one na misinformation. Another one na malinformation. Na disinformation. If we take them one by one, na the then say news. Now that news we not credible, we not correct, but it appear like news. Salon young way for see and quick na social media. Now most of the things that we people then they get and try to pantap say breaking news. Because they don't put breaking there, at times that they move the one the way they browse, the one the way then they read, the one the way then they watch, then get attention to them for go through. But when you go through, if fake in content, in fake in attribution, if fake in quotation, because any news for able to forget 5 W's and H from journalist position, we for able to know when, waiting, who side, why, and how the event be, so that you go able to make your own common sense judgment. But then most of the things the way they can now, as a result of the new technology, they allow for let them able to take their own picture, let them able make their own sound. That means they record sound or capture sound. So man, if phone gets opportunity self or facility for edit sound, where they able make them do what we call sound forge. So man, they're able for even edit video there now inside them phone. So the technology done there now with doorstep that so man then they misuse her now and mislead the public. So when they don't get that kind of thing then they share them out to people then get entitled breaking news. So then they even go to old video then where they come with and then present her as if na yesterday or today event. Then get entitled panta breaking news and add some information underneath and share them. Well, we got people that now where they na city, so then they na village, waiting them or then carry with na the technology for let them self-use. And when they can get the information, then they don't get chance for processor. The second one will be done, they talk about all this one. That somebody they share most of them thing and then lead to what we call for let people share myth as well as misconception about COVID. The time when this sickness just starts, we they see people that they pull all kind, flyers, some then they even come with stories then, videos then, for say, in fact, if you drink ginger, you drink lamb, or you drink boku alcohol, I mean, then they share around COVID, not they catch you because they sanitize themselves, they say alcohol, hand-based sanitizer. So the more you drink, the more you become safe in terms of COVID. That one maybe they make people that know they follow the steps then. For example, social distancing where you be just showing. And also for let we go they use mask. And also for let we make sure say we wash with hand. So man they even begin share say the too much hand wash, therefore give cold, it go come with pneumonia. That kind of thing and then misinformation. You find from the actual supposed to do for let the disease stop.
And then misinformation, disinformation and fake news then they plenty in our social media, and it's like say the one day we can do like you say, then get all the technology they need, the software they are available now,
exactly.
So it's easy for them for the one. But for the people that we can be the victim of their other people and their own wickedness, how therefore able for debunk or rather how for handle fake news?
Then therefore come up from common sense position. For example, if we take the news side, I don't talk say any news for able for getting 5 key things then they. If you know that, secondly, you also get for ask people then. Like before this program starts, people then talk, say they're not credible source. If that kind of people then you get access to them, cross-check with them, because on a journalist, other one then now people then where they're familiar with websites, meaning they know website when a credible website, because right now most people they don't know the difference between and then the information waiting then they carry with another blue writing where we can call URL. So that link they any side they see and then they just say we pull on the internet. Also, man, they don't even know the difference between the CNN official site and then the fake CNN site. So just because they see CNN before, they know they check whether not .com. So when they go now, then they argue. Now from CNN I pull them. This video, in fact, this news, CNN self don't get out. So waiting with they say na then side and they, especially for fake news and misinformation, let people then get the courage for fact check. Let them cross check. Let them ask questions. If you're not sure, no share, no move them, no take on to another person. Just keep on to yourself until you're able to verify. The other one where we want to talk about now disinformation. Where in be say now, the information, the facts they come as it is, we're correct. But somebody they deliberately distorts that facts they. We start right from where they begin giving updates about the COVID. So this not self where they talk now. Now they watch now, including the one week even in a television. Yeah, like yesterday, I see saying 18 new cases we get. So many attention all the day. But that time try the way people they're eager for know. So man they go tamper, then pull the facts. Sometimes they say 10, somebody they write another 0, it be 100. That one they didn't get for cause one whole argument. Press releases then they where people then they people that they do, then they come, they use the letterhead and other elements there. Then they purport say, now from this institution, this press release they go. Then when it go, as long as they don't see on social media, they say not true. So that side then they, 30 day, we're not still done with it. Where people then they lie, then they pull the facts there, then they present that kind of situation. What thing that they do? You know they only bring out arguments, you know they only come with confusion, but it they weaken people their commitment for response to COVID. And like I'm glad the way where you start the program, you say COVID not date, it's still there around. For they kind bad just for let you score your own goal, it's not correct. That one day you go to video, you go to audio, you also go to pictures then, you go to text them. Where people then they try for crop locations then, merge them for sure saying that this side, this thing they happen, and at this they happen. So that kind of thing and they is not correct. The last one, inside that infodemic, now malinformation. That one then are true information, but it's bad for share. And now social media, people they know they even check waiting and they share. You know, no sooner the information don't come, they get speed for share them, and that one day they deal with people then privacy inside sickness like this. Certain things then the people they not go want, let it go far. You go remember we index case suffer that kind of situation. The day when they confirm them or they show say it don't confirm, before it is 12 o'clock, even in my picture, people they come with them. I don't get for argue saying a lie. But you get it right, so it's privacy. So if you go get that other kind of thing and they not to no more they create stigma for. But when I go they create stigma for other people that will relate with her or we don't come in contact with her. So we they try for say for response to COVID, information management now one of the best thing. And from where we don't they do this program where we get support for do through EU, I think say the situation with fake news and misinformation, but COVID don't they fall.
And I mean, just want bring you, they say, Boku campaign don't they go all about the country. But, you know, the awareness, sensitization, more like people know, but this whole infodemic where they go around. How you go able to rate the assessment so far, especially with this SLAJ program to talk about Corona, where EU battle SLAJ for do?
I think, say, we don't make some efforts. Not to like I say, we blow your horn. The level of the thing that will be the fly. Researchers that they get. Who say we see say that for debunk them, we can't debunk them. And we they show and the one way they come on local, the one way they come on international. We they show them at television, let people they see. Through that, some people that be done they get the awareness and the understanding how for identify and distinguish between fake news and misinformation, as well as disinformation. So that one day now one step flow. You go realize, say now from just the ordinary observation, the issue don't move now from fake news, misinformation to hate speech. Meaning the hate speech now in the go political. Meaning the corona scenario now, like somebody just sit down, with this not the treatment for corona, this not the way you drink too much of chloroquine, you don't well, way this, then they don't less now. Or so thing they happen but corona now this part of the country. Now the situation don't turn now to politics. And waiting the inside now na hate speech, hate messages. In this salon, all the things they happen from communication position, it they tell we think about waiting. Look at the journalist code of practice, for example, in not talk about fake news. Now false information you talk about. Because the same way that they put the IMC code of practice, fake news concept not be don't emerge. It actually emerge highly with the new technology we don't do. So I think say equally, with legislation talk about libel, sedition and the like, it not be don't capture hate speech. But now then kind of thing I don't they come up, I think say now eye opener now for we, you know, system, with government, with civil society and the public for begin to see how best we will address them. But the first step now, sensitization, awareness raising, conversation like this, where I think say like what we done they do for COVID, we don't able for actually, you know, get people interested for able for see. Now, Mr. Sef can get boku where they come to me, then they ask me, now me PV some people there. How you see this? This is the misinformation. How you see this? The time at the turn at the check and at the social media researchers platform, then Sef don't able for pick and up. Then straight away with the car with our program for let them able for address them. Because not to local no more. At some point you be see one nurse where some people they end up for saying a reverend. You know, some people they even attribute and say, I mean, they don't already get treatment for this thing. It don't work some parts. We don't see people that don't put pineapple on a table. When I with man then, they put some lens spanner. Some man say, hey, pineapple, they meant COVID. The concern where we get, but all that thing and they, now the process will go lead to validity. Meaning we not deny, but once the technology don't approved by WHO or CDC, especially for COVID, Ministry of Health, NACOVAC, we okay. We can able for go wide for explain that to the public. But when you begin the count with the one where they not test yet, remember Phoebe and some weeks ago they talk say somebody been get COVID or somebody be they feel what thing he do, he go on that, he smoke himself. He say because they don't explain, say once you don't smoke yourself, all things they come on your nose, you sweat, he don't do. He don't beyond limits. At the end of the day, they tell we say the man die. So now that make misinformation not correct. You get beaucoup myth and misconception about COVID. But then now they survive na social media. And social media fast for share.
Some people go to listen or watch you right now where, you know, they in the habit for they create them thing and share them deliberately. For some people, it's just fun and they enjoy it no more. They feel like, say, they get talent, they sabi make them thing and they get people them. So some of them kind people and they, what thing you go say to them? What thing are the effect of them thing and the way they do so?
Well, very interesting because that kind of discussion here now the emphasis not to on content, na effect of the content. Waiting the technology don't do now, it don't make all man forget content or make content. Inside communication, we call it content. Drive now in the on. But now little understanding the public about the effect of the content when they make. Now somebody can even take a phone a village, he press inside for the record, he hold on, he make voice notes. Before they marry, they don't send them. And I think say for the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks, why they observe the trend on social media, now audio production now salon don't graduate so. All man they make your own audio now. At some point I even asked waiting there for be the room for radio stations.
We don't know WhatsApp radio.
So if this thing continue now, all man they do your own program, where this one record, he take half of this, he take your own, he spies them, he edits them, he share. So meaning the technology, we don't actually get much creativity for let we do that here, but let we mindful again about the effects. One of the effects we then kind here they create na instability. The other effect where it they create na insecurity. So it they create when na stigmatization.
So give the people a like example so people will really understand the serious effects of some of them here.
So again, if I go over, I think say the first one what I've been say na instability. Instability for the simple way for understand na kuskas. Who say would they get dabaru, they get ala, would they get kuskas all over the place. Just imagine when you don't sing, because now that one day when people then they even try for talk about hate speech, not of course now the hate speech. Now when you they talk something where they go against that one person, it target a tribe, it target an ethnic group, it target a profession, not to in you target. You only make the statement to them. So when always people then they refer to the Hustis and the Tutsis situation in Rwanda, now where they be called the cockroaches. In that sense now, not to that Phoebe, the whole I will conclude say Salon. Where will be done they see say if I talk word where they go beyond this man to a family, the entire family they come with anger. So if we they share them kind of messages then, when we feel say now that one person talk, but we not talk directly to them, we talk against a region, a tribe, a profession, now in a hate. So that hatredness it go beyond that man. So if we they do that kind of thing then they, for example, it they come with kuskas. Il est cas ou drodro, il est cas ou dabaru, il est cas ou halala, il est cas ou bungusuru. So that one day na in a instability. And that one day not go make investors then come. The other part where we talk about insecurity, you they make the person not feel safe outside ide. For example, if me can now make voice notes, I take some of you actual voice where all man know. I come with other voice then when I forge one. I put them together. I say na Phoebe and they talk against authority. Now group. Now so Phoebe and say, even though not so you say, before you they come up for defend yourself, your life don't they at stake. So that one day you said if you say you're not secure. So therefore, now the second effect that where then kind thing here they show. The third one, for example, people then they go na archive. Kuskas maybe don't be before now. Then they go count with them back. Or other country they own video then. Incidents that way don't happen. Like that thing will be happening in South Africa. You know, where they be get for wound but man then at them back. So man they go take that kind of picture there he come. When he come with her, he write under. He say na so partners alone this happen. Just imagine if you see that kind of picture there, you don't get the common sense for go beyond. And if he say here, he says more halala be there that end day. If they conclude say na so the gravity of that situation be there. Then people then they all at that end and they now you don't make them their life they are still. So within a country, of course the least thing we'll go think about na pampers. We don't turn something for drink. And when they drink and pampers water, they take away their minds or senses. So now that make that kind of thing and they will not suppose for encourage them. And you go far again, the other effects, whether one day they come with, it they also disturb business. Because when you don't feel safe, when you don't get confident, you self as person, we don't clean no unless you host. Let alone who that the outside for let you get confidence for how it market. So I think say as people, the other parts we will get for think again. Now the very beginning where we get now, inside communication studies, we get what we call cognitive theories, social learning. If them picking here, would they put them bad thing then on social media, then get access for use with technology, then they listen, then they understand. Now that mindset themselves they grow with, where it also not good.
All right.
So I think say now some of the things in this.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Now we saw with me in the studio, and I also get Raim with me, continue for the with me. This night we'll talk about Corona, where they come to you from different television and radio stations, them all about the country. My name na Phoebian's Will. You can send me message to 080-044-851. 080-044-851. You can also get me live na different social media platform them, like the EU Facebook page or SLBC or AYV or SLAJ or even IRN Facebook page them. Join we and add your voice to the conversation. Let we now listen and watch the short message here where some people do for add their own voice to the misinformation and fake news na social media campaign but COVID.
The danger with fake news now that even when you go give people them good information where for help them fight this COVID-19, they're not gonna believe them. In fact, now this we country here where politics don't divide all man, fake news could lead to instability. Me fumble them, me name na Marcella Samba Sisi. Me na a trusted source. I dey work for campaign for good governance and national election watch. I know they shape fake news. I not believe in misinformation. No mix me name pan fake news.
For make we win the fight against COVID-19, we the citizens they need forget the correct information. For the pass with fake and lie news for COVID-19, they make the well-bodied people they find them very difficult for tap the sick and for men the one they don't sick. And this can lead to boku people them for die. I join SLAJ for say fake news they kill. Me na Adi Macaulay, a trusted source, and not the pass with fake news and information, not pass with fake news in my name.
Okay, welcome back to the program. We'll talk about Corona. Me, na Fabian Swale. You can send me your message to 080-044-851. 080-044-851. So I still get Dr. Hindolo Tonya Musa, we're now with social media expert with me in the studio, and Alusain Remy Wilson, we're now the multimedia journalist and social media researcher we will talk to today. Remy, I'll come back to you. How you feel, say, fake news don't unbog the fight against COVID-19 in the country?
Well, fake news don't affect COVID-19 severely, but thanks to SLAJ and EU for way they bring this development together, and also other partners that really battle the fight. If I go on for make it more clear now, MSF recently pulled one of the reports where they say inside Kenema district about 40 to 27% now in the rate at which people in the going to hospital now for go and seek medical attention when they can refer them. Before now, me and you to know say MSF don't they put effort for able to develop people in way they sick. When they can refer them, people can turn out for going to hospital. But now people they go to hospital again. Then say when you go to hospital, then they say you get corona. If you somebody gets common symptoms of maybe malaria or headache, then go afraid for go. In fact, for make it worse now, people say we can get some symptoms of belly. They afraid now for going to hospital. We even don't make them very much risky for people in way they into then antenatal stages there. And if you watch again, the corona fete, na fete will be a collaborative fete. But me to go agree say people don't spread so many information around coronavirus we not correct. Some man say when you eat boku pepper, you not go get coronavirus. Other people say when you get pega pack, you take enough, you not go get coronavirus. Other people say when you dey on the sun, you not go get corona. In fact, even salon is very common. Before now, when the numbers of coronavirus didn't go up from the daily reports, people then say, this year after the season, it will settle in a salon. So these are things in way people still not believe. Some man get meat where they associate to the reality. Precisely, it can just other people can just feel say how coronavirus then in America, now so for then a salon. How coronavirus then in China, now so for then a salon. In fact, other people they say coronavirus na money making. Some even they say they don't count and back. How see go they they kill boku people Ebola way country they kill boku people, and there are people where they say all them things here. But it very, very, very much shaky for that people and they think as to this level. In fact, other people they say the coronavirus na something where they end very shortly. People even they give time. In fact, one challenge we self can face. Thank God that we can help out for able eye on some of the issues. People can ask some of we because they believe say we not trusted sources. Say who's ten corona the number? Who's ten government they pull out for the corona done? So one thing I can tell is not a government call corona. Government self wale corona done. Me too wale corona. Me too corona done. Look at even we students in our various universities, they don't suffer boku. Boku man will not be sabi for use online platform. Now they still battle with them. You go agree with me say before now, not all man the university will get Android phone. But the days then where we don't go into because of the corona, boku man don't go into online teaching, and also most other meetings now online in the OLM, even for big federations within the country itself. So this not only affects the education sector, but if you go to the market then now, Phoebe, you go agree with me say the way how people be the crowd for go and buy certain commodities now not also it happen because most of them materials where people in the use for cook don't go up. Why then they go up? You go agree with me when you go to market, that market 2 man we plant buy pepper 5 dozen or like can sell. If you still buy the same rate, now I go tell you say corona, the sick don't make the pepper don't go up. And if you watch certain things then they apart from that, they said even office trouble now, most office shift. In fact, for make we self when a journalist them don't be affected. But call for colleagues them we tap na various media house, then we don't cut the number down. But cool journalists we then have some newspaper, some radio station, and even TV station don't lost their work because of the corona effect. So it all affected severely, and even the economy of the country it don't become badly hit because the country now not they get what it get because most investors not they come. And me to know say even with the when they don't open the airport, some people still find it difficult for travel. Then say where you go, they'll go tell you say you get coronavirus. Other people don't even believe the test the way the medical people they give. So coronavirus it really don't affect the country very, very severely. So
with the for able identify news and categorize them on social media for know if it fake or it correct. We all know they're at the same level for get standing. So how easy or difficult it be for people and where you know media experts them we get media literacy. How easy or difficult it be for them for let able to see news and identify as fake news or correct news? Well, it can be very, very difficult. But like I say, SLAJ, EU and other partners don't at least make some effort. If you follow various media platforms, some of our colleagues social media researchers them, don't they put on for able to ensure say they curtail some of them things here. And the response rate even though they change. Before now, as a social media reporter, when even they share certain content to people, even where they share this, where they share the flyer about this program, other people will tell you say when the corona will done, but for let this it's done. Other people will tell you say no send me this content. I don't want to get this content. Corona business, I don't want for a year, then just scout and for learn this. So it can be very difficult for other people. But now it don't become simpler because Baku people know now say when you wash your hand, you not only they prevent yourself from corona, but also they and that's not going to make it. People know now say now for let you become very safer when you get symptoms, go to hospital. It can be sent out to corona. Go and seek medical attention and able to try for able get waiting the medical people and they say and also trust that voice where they come up from people we know the factuality of what they talk about. But a very, very simple that we country now, everybody, almost everybody gets access for able to get internet for like browse. And this is a very severe challenge because we're not going to get gatekeepers, we're not going to internet gatekeepers. Not only Sierra Leone, even across the world, internet gatekeepers are very scarce. Precisely, we don't have internet gatekeepers. People are able to regulate the internet where they use. Now everybody can use the internet. For as far as you get a phone, you get a data, we get a browsing app, you can able to go to the internet. So now only when the efforts here, we don't amplify them, then it will be better. But for let you able to identify fake news, easy listen with somebody when an expert. Precisely, that doctor when a doctor we not go college, we get in pharmacy, where he talk,
you not go believe 100% because you not get the technicality. That person way na traditional healer, we go tell you say, come this bottle here, I get so sickness day where they will make corona. Come and take them. Not listen them. And when you hear them say, person this also village where they make corona, not fall for them kind of information in there. Because if corona get for them, now something we get for do with collaborative efforts. And if corona we get for able to tap on a salon like how we done the hotel and so, we for continue for the accept the actuality. When the expert then talk, when medical person pull report say this now this will for do for tap corona, let me follow them. When government say let me do this, look now then the first people for everywhere face masks. Other people still they can say now something very difficult. In fact, people I get people in way I don't come across na public transport when he puts masks, then he been say other person now not only motorman waste get drugs, but also even we self we must now we get packaging for them. So it's very difficult for other people to identify them. But now that most people don't they listen to radio, don't they watch television, and don't they use the internet wisely, they don't begin to say when fake news come for as long as you not get a trust, you not come up from a trusted source, that's something fake. Other people now believe say when I get this particular information, the first thing I need for do, the sites where they say now they come out, they go check the first for cross check if indeed now they come out. In fact, other people now where they cut and paste voice even no say waiting and they not correct. And the one that they share and to Boku they ignore them. But the small challenge we get now because now on social media we get super sharers. We don't have the super sharers. There are people who believe say if this thing come out from a book, if for reach na all my platforms them. Other people like at all. But here we SLAJ, government and other partners they do. Nothing for the listen. So like I say,
and so we go like for land from yourself this moment where you can see fake news on social media. What you can do with them, especially that moment where you don't realize say this particular information was so not correct and fake news. What you can do with them?
Well, I can condemn them. What I can do when I see a fake news where somebody share now maybe platform where they, I can try for guide the person. In fact, recently somebody share one picture on social media where say one coronavirus patient in a salon, they can take an exam and then go invigilator WAEC to pass mark. My response was no patient know they will get coronavirus where they can take this was where no they sit where they sit now an isolated place. I confirmed that day with the WAEC authorities and also try medical reach out the medical sector and ask questions say is it true that we get somebody where they sit this was with corona and it was confirmed that we not get somebody where they sit the was with corona. So when I can see the information I can condemn them, try to tell the people in the real fact. For example, one other report been there where somebody share on social media where a court enjoin one BBC report. A court it puts the voice before and at the end of the report it talks say salon don't become very much unsafe for let people and come. That be the reports we get for do with the very same way we will get the second test of the lady in Kenema where then be say if they don't undergo some COVID-19 test. People begin say now then they hide the corona sick, corona then a salon. Now listen to the BBC report and see how unsafe salon on the for let people and come. And by then, waiting I tell the person, they always share them. Ask news we share a fake. When I left for the share fake news, and when I try for the consult the people when I health practitioners them. So there are some of the things that way I can do. And again, I always believe say when I see a particular news, my first contact is who that share this news. Waiting this news debut. Waiting now this news emotive. And again, for let you able to identify fake news, a very simple. Always looked at the reality. And whenever you see the caption, any news where they say please share viral, or then say share widely, you get for watch the content curiously.
So the key thing we for look at now outside the information come out.
Yes.
You really want to know the source and
yes,
then
you get
follow through the source and check them. Thank you very much, Amy. Let's come back to you, Dr. Musa, as we round up the program now. How you think, say, fake news don't unbog the fight against COVID-19 nas alone?
A denial. So fake news don't a denial. Denial in the sense that people still no one accept say COVID day. Like how no more just now, my brother be they talk. People they always compare Salon case or Salon situation to China, Salon situation to America. And then because of the virus itself, a new thing where everybody they try for know its behavior, it features them. The fake news don't help now for let people then begin to argue the reality of this virus. And that one day, because then they deny say the virus no day, from all the video then where then they share, the audio then where then they share, the facts then where then they distort, the way how then they lie or mislead people then, it don't make the denial don't big. The denial simply means they say the sickness not too true, the sickness not real. That's the prevention say let we do. Let we use face mask. Let we not actually touch ourselves too much. Let we maintain social distancing. Let we go they wash with hands. Some man not they follow that again. When you do and pass mark, then they laugh you. Then they even without say you come out. Do your excuse me. So that's not one thing where you don't do. The second thing where fake news and misinformation don't do with the effect of COVID, now the fact that it don't they come with kuskas. Remember, say, for example, the Tombo incident, where we host the people that will come on, now that end the kaya. They talk, say, apart from the face-to-face engagement where they been get, something been go on WhatsApp for tell them, waiting them for do. And waiting them before do or waiting go there, it not been correct, where they check her at the end of the day. And not only under, even inside Freetown here, at the early stage trial, they quarantine homes, then people that not be the grief for Sidon Day. Or they resist the health workers, therefore let them not even quarantine them. So then they say, na lie, not so true, na money no more than one can make. So that one then another thing will disturb the response. When you go further again, apart from the kuskas, apart from denial, it also go to the point of confidence building. Because of the too much suspicion where we they share among people then, but who that they involved in the process, that suspicions then they make with they doubt people then, with they doubt the response, with they doubt the activity, and that they affect with attention for let we affect the disease. So misinformation, disinformation, malinformation, put all together fake news, nothing we don't they ambog, we respond to this disease here so. We I feel say if we get for fatal, we really get for do that one day as early as possible.
Thank you, Dr. Musa. Let's quickly read some of the text messages we can inside the program. Samuel Lamakeni say, plenty thank you to SLAJ, IRN, and EU program. We hope for share the correct news. Ebi Ba na Bo City say, COVID-19 real, so we all forgive the correct news for Fetam. Jeman, waiting at Tonkolili, say some people just like for disturb the peace of this country by sharing fake news. Any salon man will like in country, and no will share bad news. Thank you, SLAJ. Okay, few more text messages. John Nalunge say, how effective una the social media researchers them be for tap fake news? This other person say, waiting more for do for tap fake news. Anthony Zolo say, fake news don't pass COVID-19 now we country. And the final message I go read now from Anthony Faya Sise, we say, thanks a million for this program. Fake news can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. We for avoid such act as citizens. All from Ambassador and Sise. Well, Doctor, the message and then why you respond to them?
Well, I think say a good one, it shows say people they listen and it shows say they get concerned. But I want to let that listener know say we effective in terms of engaging the public but fake news. We get with social media researchers them, we being very vigilant, and I want this, we see done before now, where they don't they look out in a different platform, be it WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, all social networks, then will come on a salon and even beyond salon. And make sure say they bring them kind of thing that then they identify will fall under misinformation, fake news, as well as disinformation and counter, and even myth and misconception. Apart from that, this we project here, so we also able to forget the one that they call ambassadors them. Where we don't they see them, they don't they talk to una, all this why as trusted source, where you for guarantee them. And self we able for bring all be it Christian, politician, community leaders, women, youths, people that are different walks of life. I think last week na correctional centers be there, where they all can show we how then they fed, fake news and misinformation. We don't show say na national concern, and we able for generate interest in everybody for let we all talk about as something we for stop. So, but this understand say na people that behavior. It not get for court one thing. One thing we don't succeed for do, we don't create dialogue around that. And it don't they make, people that don't they stop for send them. Because when they send them, always know say as we pick out the car we tire for discuss them. It don't they also help now let people that begin fact check and cross check and ask questions about them. It don't they help for let people that know say not to all thing you they see now social media you for believe, especially about COVID-19. You got for actually prove them and no say not true. So to the listener, we as with different way for continue for fact, misinformation, fake news, disinformation, malinformation, myth and misconception about COVID.
All right. Plenty thank you, Dr. Tonya Musa, we lead expert, and plenty thank you to you, Remy, for who na come and be part of this program. Well, this program, as I've been telling you earlier, na the last edition this inside this TRUEtok about Corona, where the European Union has salon battle SLAJ for bring come to you, where you be on the get na different radio and television station them all about the country. As we round up today, where they be the last edition, members say, one, Corona not done yet too, Corona still there with we. So do ya, member for the wear your face mask, member for the wash you on, and member for the observe physical distancing, where sometimes people can call social distancing. Member all than the end. Fake news, no good for the COVID. Like I say, and all we other guests them on the paper, all the other edition there. Fake news not the help we in any way. So do ya, where you see fake something on social media, not just take how you begin share. And when you don't know if it's fake or true, not share. And not just take anything where you see social media. Wait till you hear on a radio, on a television, or you read on a newspaper. Because television, radio, and newspaper, then 3-1 and they, now professional and they share information using them platform and they. And then conscious say, if they share the wrong information, you get institution like IMC, we go hold them, then go pay fine, and then go jail. So then no say they not go share fake news. So do ya, not just take social media information and begin share. You don't want to be a part of the problem. Remember, say if anything be, it ambog we all. Where COVID dey, so it ambog all man. So do ya, left for share fake news. Not take yourself, you send on one group there, you say, I just want to verify. No, not also for verify. If you want to verify, send on to the person in private message. Now then you go able to send. Now do ya, let we left for share fake news. Plenty thank you to the European Union. We think and say necessary for let them battle SLAJ, for bringing all them series here inside this program, just for educate we all about fake news and the dangers of our society and how we for minimize the spread of fake news. Plenty thank you to the production team, to all the channel they all use for broadcast time. We executive producer don't be Dr. Indolo Tonya Musa, and we producer, well, we don't get Suleiman Storm Koroma and Ishmael Saidu Kanu, where they all two produce the program them. The presenters then, well, Mina Fabian Swill. We've been also done they get John Conte where they present. At some point, we've been get Princess Gibson and sometimes Suleiman Storm Koroma. Thank you to all the presenters there and to all the team. Una will be the watch and listen we. Will be the send on a text message and participate in the conversation. Una thank you. Una will be called for Kana Studio. Una where them go meet and street and interview. Thank you. Do ya be ambassadors for tap the spread of fake news. Bye-bye and take care. Stay safe.
The Salone Association for Journalists